As law enforcement ups the ante to fight this growing problem, we take a closer look at how and who it affects. News 5's Tiffany McCall sat down with a teenager who shares his encounter with the drug and what health officials are facing.
Videos on YouTube show the up-close and personal accounts of people high on synthetic marijuana.
Regardless.
The 17-year-old who didn't want his face shown knows the feeling all too well.
I felt like my heart was beating. I felt like it was going to stop or explode. I would see really scary stuff like demons and really weird stuff.
He started using the drug at 13 years old and is currently in a drug addiction treatment program for adolescents called The Bridge.
I had been smoking just regular weed for a little bit, just started experimenting, and someone had showed me this new kind of thing that you could smoke, and they called it Spice or Space.
He says he used it on and off, mainly to dodge a positive drug test.
I wanted to get high without having to flush my system out, use a detox drink, avoiding getting caught. Random school tests, I was doing sports.
Ashley Simon is the clinical director for the center. She says the drug's accessibility is growing, especially in the city of Pritchard. I recently did a ride-along with a police captain who said Spice is one of their top 3 drugs.
We've had kids who say they can drive down the street and see a dealer and ask him for it, and they'll tell him a price. They can go down the street less than a mile and another dealer has it, and they can say, well, this guy was selling it to me for $25, what will you give it to? So they're shopping for it and getting good prices, and the dealers are competing against each other for the business.
And business on the internet is also booming.
I had a guy that bought it online, and it was really cheap because he would buy it in bulk. For me, it was like $5 to $10 for a 5-gram bag.
We have someone in the hospital now, I believe is 9 years of age, who's been actively using synthetic marijuana.
Psychiatrist Edgar Finn says he's seeing an uptick in cases and in younger patients. And the name of the drug itself is misleading. Chemicals that are supposed to mimic the drug THC are sprayed on a plant-like substance, but the dosage and type of chemicals vary depending on who makes it. He says he's also seeing long-term effects.
We're seeing children come into the hospital who have been intoxicated by these substances, who report use in the past over the course, say, a few weeks or a few months, who end up in the hospital for several weeks, even a month at a time, while we're trying to get them back to a baseline level of functioning.
And that was this teenager's eye-opener to quit after a friend lost his vision from the drug.
He went blind for like 2 weeks, and he was in the hospital. That scared me. I mean, I don't know. I want to keep my eyesight,
Now, Mobile County Public Schools have started testing for Spice. I'm told chemicals like fertilizer, gasoline, even nail polish remover have been sprayed on the drug. And a psychiatrist tells me when the drug users are admitted into the hospital, many times doctors have a difficult time treating the patients because they don't know what chemicals they've taken. Roseanne?
Thanks, Tiffany. Some Spice products are sold as incense, but they look more like potpourri. Like marijuana, most users smoke it, sometimes mixing it with marijuana or preparing it as an herbal tea for drinking. Most users report effects like extreme anxiety, paranoia, and hallucinations. And we'll have much more on this dangerous drug affecting our community